What's up, everybody? You're watching City Escapes Outdoors, where we show you that you don't have to travel far to escape the grind of the city. We've rented a cabin here on Lake Grapevine, so we're smack dab in the middle of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but we're going to go outside and have a great time. Right now in Texas, fishing is a little slow because the water's cold, so we're going to do some hiking, do a little bit of exploring, and scout for some good places to catch some crappie once it warms up this spring. Not a bad little campsite, y'all. Got a little grill. Got the fire pit and a cabin to keep small children warm with a restroom close by so they don't complain. Got some kindling. All right, off here somewhere are the rocks where there's going to be some crappie fishing. Looks like we've got some creeks conversion, and that's Lake Grapevine straight ahead. Let's go check it out. Don't go too far ahead. It's a really pretty view of the lake right here. This cove gets really shallow, and it'll probably be a great place for us to find some crappie as soon as crappie season hits. Y'all stay behind me. Y'all stay behind me. We might see some deer out here. There's rocks on the far side of the lake, and there's some other rocks on this side of the lake here that the park ranger told me should have a good amount of crappie around it whenever they start spawning in the spring. So that's the spot that we're looking for.
You go sideways down these steep areas.
Very pretty down here.
I go second and stop trying to get in front.
Oh, there's a splash out there. Might be some fishing to be had. All right. We found the water. Found the water. I think those rocks we're looking for right over there. Haven't been to this part of Lake Grapevine yet. It's beautiful out here though. I think we found where the crappie might be hanging out. There's a lot of brush over there. I bet that's a great place to look for fish whenever the temperature warms up. Seen a few fish jumping over here, but not a lot. You all right, boy? Oh, fish just jumped over there. There's something jumping out here. These have got to be the rocks that the park rangers were talking about. There's some fish jumping out that way. Maybe we'll have a little luck. Cast. They go somewhere else. I'm surprised there's fish jumping. Winter and I cut grass. Need to get out just a little bit further. There's fish out there. I'm telling you, you don't have to drive too far to get outside and do some outdoorsy stuff. Me and the boys are here in the city. Just in case the GoPro isn't doing a good job capturing this moment, this is your sunset out on Lake Grapevine. And we are hiking in the woods, trying to find our way back to our cabin at night. That's cool. All right, kids, who wants hamburgers?
Me.
All right, let's go.
There we go.
Well, me and my boy had to work for this. We had to work for this. If you listen, do you hear that sound? That's the sound of really wet wood. We used a lot of kindling and cut up some of the bigger logs with a hatchet to get the dry stuff we could, but we have a fire and we will have burgers soon. Good job banking a fire, son.
Thank you.
Enjoying a nice beverage to celebrate our fire. I have made fire. All right, Mama's out here with a lantern and a skillet of burgers. Anyway, it's a beautiful evening out here. Got the little crew out. Can't wait to have some burgers. I don't know if you can see that, but we have s'mores. All right, we've got a nice little fire going. We're just kind of relaxing next to that. It's nice that it's right outside the cabin. It turns out it's a good thing we got the cabin because the little ones are definitely enjoying that. Anyway, we cooked some burgers and we had some marshmallows, s'mores, and we did not go catfishing because it is way too nice by the fire to go do that. But we may go fishing in the morning, and we may not. We'll let you know how it goes. All right, there's one of my outdoor boys passed out on the couch. This is the cabin, if anybody's curious to see it. There's an outdoor girl up there. It's nice. Got a microwave stove and a sink. Indoor plumbing, a cozy loft for the kids, and a bedroom. So if you've got little ones or maybe elderly parents, this is a good way to go. Good morning, everybody. The wood outside is really wet and I don't feel like messing with it. So we're going to take advantage of the stove here at the cabin, make some bacon. We've got some homemade bread we're going to try out for the first time. Just get some yeast and bread flour in there. All right, we got breakfast going here. We've got bacon. We may do eggs, we may not. We've got cinnamon rolls. This is some of the campfire bread that we made, not on the campfire, but it's really good. And over here, check this out. We've got some Gouda wrapped up in little balls of this dough. The great composer Shostakovich once said, "Good composers borrow and great composers steal." So we are stealing this idea from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. It looked really good, so we're gonna try the Gouda campfire biscuits, for lack of a better word. We'll see how that goes. My associate's doing a great job helping us out here. Don't know if it's cheating to use bacon grease or not, but that's what we're doing. Homemade bread with Gouda, and we'll call it, I don't know what to call it because we're stealing it from somebody else, but we'll see what it tastes like either way. So when we run out of sugar, we're just going to improvise. Take us a marshmallow. And of course you can drink it black, which crossed my mind, but I needed to try coffee with marshmallows to see what it tasted like. It's delightful. We did go fishing later that morning, and the Texas waters were too cold for us to have caught anything, but we did have the opportunity to test out the classic Zebco 33 rod and reel combo. My daughter and I had a great time testing it out. I can tell you it casts and retrieves very well. I did a full video about the Zebco 33, and I'll put a link to that video down in the comments below. I think this will be a great rod and reel combo for beginners. There's the little rugged outdoorsman cutting the trail. There's the lake way down there. All right, we're just doing a little bit of exploring here. These are the primitive campsites, which are pretty nice for a primitive campsite. We got a little picnic table, a grill, and a fire pit. And especially when it's green in the spring and summer, this is probably going to feel pretty secluded, but the lake is just right over there. So do some camp fishing and have a place to sleep without having to get kicked out of here at 10 o'clock. Might have to come out here and actual camp in the future. Lots of kindling on the ground as well, which would have come in handy last night for sure. I didn't expect to see that. Those are some pretty good sized deer tracks. That's a big buck, I would think. Pretty fresh because this ground's pretty muddy. But yeah, there's definitely deer out here at Lake Grapevine. And there are some places where you can legally hunt here. You have to use archery equipment and you have to draw a permit. They usually give them to kids, but hey, might see some deer out here, you never know. Carry on. Go on, boys. Okay, that's pretty cool. Park is that way. My kids gave us a little breadcrumb so we don't get lost. That's adorable. That's pretty cool. Yeah, nice little hike. Not as pretty as the grasslands, but at least we ain't inside. Here we got some mushrooms growing in the wild. I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't eat them. If you don't know which ones are good and which ones are poisonous, they can be bad for you. Cool. Doing a little exploring these primitive campsites. Nice little place to hike. And we're attacking the trees. All right, y'all. Well, we had a great time out here at Lake Grapevine. We had some fun hiking. We found some good spots to potentially catch some crappie. Got the kids outside, and that's really the most important thing. Built a fire with really wet wood, made it happen. Cooked some great food, and overall, I would rate this as a success. And it's beautiful out here. So nice. If you liked the video, and even if you didn't, I hope you'll click the like button and maybe subscribe. The point of this channel is to take you on outdoor adventures that are inside or very near the city limits, so that you'll understand you don't have to go very far to get away from the grind of the city. Thanks a whole bunch for watching City Escapes Outdoors. We'll see y'all next time around.